Final level, but first plot exposition.
So wait, how did he find out all this Trinity stuff on his
He
own?
built Trinity.
No, wait, Dr. White built Trinity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so he knew that that his dad was thrown in prison falsely then?
Yeah, but he doesn't like his dad, so.
So it's okay if your dad gets thrown in jail for a crime he didn't commit because he's a jerk.
I don't like him. Fuck him.
I blame the shareholders. I blame corporate society. I
What?
blame my parents.
I blame her creators. I blame the shareholders. I blame corporate society. I blame my parents.
That is, again, that line would be funny given proper direction, or maybe not even direction, but just animation, like
Choreography.
Wait a minute. I didn't recognize you with that ridiculous hairdo, but
Wait a minute, that hair.
Dun dun dun.
How the hell? Okay, so they imply that hairstyle is a conscious choice. Like he has to style that every day in order to get that. I don't even. Why doesn't that drink there fall off the table?
What should we?
Final boss.
The Battle Coliseum, which if you're expecting some sort of super challenge in terms of design, no, it's not.
On it, like bringing you back to the stage selection menu there feels like a bad move. Like it just feels weird. I think they should just bring you back to this like automatically. Like you don't get to choose the next stage. That would make more sense.
Oh, Beck, you're looking gold today.
When are you gonna play a different new Super Mario Brothers game?
That I like too.
Why?
simulating everything around her. Avi, what are the conditions like surrounding the Coliseum?
This game clearly likes Avi better than all the other Mighty Numbers, which is annoying because he's the worst one.
Understood. Return to the lab for now.
This stage is really not a stage at all. I mean, it has some challenges. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, fuck the crystal things.
Our only hope is to sneak in
they're more annoying than infuriating, but I get it.
Well, no, because the game does nothing to teach you how they work.
I'm thinking into the stage.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll get into it.
I mean, it's only a matter of time, but how much fun do you have learning the mechanics? That's entirely a different issue.
Personally, I don't think learning about mechanics in a game like this should be instantaneous. Like, you see something, and you're like, oh, that does this. It shouldn't be something that you have to think about or discover 5 minutes later or have to read in a manual. It should be part of the, especially considering that Mighty Number 9 is very much wants to play faster than a classic Mega Man game. Things should be snappy. It shouldn't be something that you have to read or look up, especially.
Oh no, I'll find a boss on the internet.
Well, so does that mean that Beck beat Ronald McDonald Giss?
What weapon do we get for beating him?
You don't want to know.
No, I want to know, goddammit.
If you use it, it crashes the game.
It deletes the internet.
Oh wait, so you're telling me that we have Ronald McDonald's weapon from the get-go because this game crashes we use.
But Ted does have a point. Like, half the joy of going back to these old 2D style games is the simplicity of them. Like, the skill doesn't come from complex maneuvers. It comes from, you know, timely and, you know, quick-witted use of very simple things. I mean, if we wanted a complex mechanic, we'd be playing a game where we could aim up.
Yeah, it's a very... Are you just supposed to sit here and beat up robots for, like...
Yup.
Yeah, for a little bit.
You know, why does Trinity even open the door? Why not just send robots down into them until Beck wins? Or, even better yet, just send nothing there. Keep them trapped down there.
I think the justification is that Trinity right now is a mindless beast that's not aware of what it's doing. And it just so happens that we can gain access to her corridor by just, you know, killing all these robots.
So it's not a Dr. Wily, why not just build an infinite path of spikes?
Like, yeah.
I mean, granted, the real answer is there would be no game, but
Yeah.
in the world...
Actually, surprisingly, this stage, off the top of my head, lacks spikes altogether. It has pits,
Yeah.
but no abusive spikes. Shocked, honestly. Forget it, Ryan. It's just looking for its mom. No!
No, we already
No,
killed
must
Mom.
die.
And we killed our other mom, too, in the last stage.
Now, Beck, well, he just killed one on the way to the other one, but Beck absorbs robots. He's a good robot killer.
Come on, Mom, I'm gonna give you a hug. Oh no, I absorbed you into my body.
Oops. Yeah, these things.
Oh, so we're
Basically,
fighting
the
Dr.
game-
White's hair.
Well, that, but no, these things turn into crystals after enough shots, and then they break after enough shots after that. However, they respawn after you get a certain distance away from them, but you need to hit certain ones to make like platforms and stuff. The game does nothing to hint at that is proximity based when they respawn.
Yeah, because
like,
you're
if I
not
were-
sure if when it disappears, is it going to instantaneously reform? Is it timer based?
Yeah. So so the first time I was playing this, I was sitting back, and they would be instantly respawning. So I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do here?
So,
Yeah,
like,
it
if you
is
shoot it from too
proximity-based,
far
though.
away, it'll just instantly turn back into the weird...
Yeah.
The sponge.
Yeah.
So you have to be really close to it. Like where Ryan's standing right now is probably too far away.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to get them to be blocks
Yeah.
first.
It has essentially two phases. There's the solid block right there, then there's the deteriorated block, which you can still stand on, but it means, don't shoot it again, otherwise it'll break.
Yeah.
And touching the sea urchin by itself, it just damages spec.
Yeah, because that hairstyle is just, it's so terrible. It's
See,
painful.
shit like this, like the things are moving up and down. You're thinking there's like a crusher sequence. It's
Nope.
not. It's just moving out of the way for you.
Yeah, you'd think that this would be the brutally hard final stage, you know?
Yeah.
No. Once you know how the sponge things works, it's no problem. But
And, like, artistically, this is a cool idea for a final stage. Like, this definitely looks distinct and even kind of memorable. It's just everything, I don't know, it's just, by this point in the game, you're kind of past Karen.
yeah, at this point, I just want to get done with it.
I would have left that block. But you could do this too.
Yeah, I would destroy that and then make the
You can
rest of
solidify that one that's right next to the right. You can... I don't know what you're doing now.
Oh, like that! Okay, now I
I'm
see.
getting those to respawn. Yeah.
That's frustrating. Ugh. Oh, and you sometimes, like, if you mess up, you need them to respawn, and, like, you could just be
Yeah.
like, oh, well, how do I win now?
It's a puzzle sequence.
Yeah.
It-
Which is fine. It's just the game does a poor job of explaining how the puzzle works.
I like how you looked at that, like, really? Nobody's coming to help?
Well, the in-game reason is that Trinity is assimilating any
Everything.
robot within the vicinity, and I think Beck is the only one that can do it because she has similar abilities.
So, Dr. White made Beck because of Trinity? Like, after Trinity or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trinity was I want to say the first or the prototype.
So, really, Trinity is number 9, and Beck should be number 10.
I think Trinity is number 0?
Something like that.
But one character that we're not seeing here is Ray, the DLC character. There's a
Yeah.
stage dedicated entirely to her. They don't really go into her story in terms of whether or not she's a creation of White or Sanda.
Well, it's almost
I'm
like
not
she was just
sure.
plopped there as DLC and isn't properly explained in context of the entire story.
I don't mind Ray as a playable character. I like what she can do. I just don't like her gimmick.
She's always losing health is how it's working. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to keep absorbing enemies to refill it.
Like, is she powerful enough to make that worth it, basically?
Yeah. She's super powerful.
See this right here. I mean, you could potentially just use Avi's weapon. Maybe
But I
that
can
was
just
their
fly over
original
everything.
intent, because they put the sea urchin blocks in here as a safe ground, so that you give yourself a break. But it's just much faster to dash, and I got a feeling that was the original intent.
But what, was it, like, too hard or not clear enough that you can use Avi's weapon? Because, like, really, the only other stage where you could...
I don't know. I just dashed it every time. It works for me.
Yeah, like, if there were other parts in other stages where you could use Avi's weapon to get enough up to like, ride an updraft, it would make more sense that he was the one you're supposed to do. But the only stage with that is Avi's stage, and obviously if you're playing his stage, you can't really use his weapon. So.
Or, you know, the game right there could have just told you that, you know, Cassandra mentions that the platforms, they're gone. And then White would say, you know, Beck, use your dash constantly to keep yourself afloat.
Yeah.
But they don't do that.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that they intended you to do a different method, which the only way I could see you getting past that is with obvious weapon.
Yeah, basically.
Here we go.
Final boss time.
Final boss of the game.
Yeah, that stage doesn't look all that bad.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. It's no Wily.
Now we get to fight the evil version of Pac-Man from Pixels.
Finally come to this. Two of
That
my
is a really
creations
stupid-looking final boss, though.
squaring off. Beck, stop her the way you did the
Look at
other
that line he
raid
just
numbers.
said. Two of my
Save
proudest
Trinity.
creations squaring off. That's a villain line.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
Professor.
Yeah, pretty much. Not to mention that Trinity has no...
Hey, my
Her
mother
height-
was an exclamation point.
Her height and weight are not infinite. She's clearly on screen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she could have infinite weight. No, she could have infinite mass, I suppose. Maybe not
Yeah, I was
infinite...
about to say if you had infinite weight. Oh, by the way, double fight.
double what?
Double fight.
This is Yellow Devil.
Oh, double fight. I thought you said double fight for a minute.
No, double fight.
Double is a character.
Of course, using the sword is the way to go here because it cancels projectiles. And in the case of this battle, it cancels their hitboxes.
Yeah.
So they'll just pass straight through you.
So there's no graphic of it being destroyed, but it still works.
It phases right through you. Yeah.
That's... geez.
So basically, you stand in front of Trinity, slashing at it, and dealing damage to it, and the projectiles will pass straight through the front of you. You do have to turn around when they come at you from behind and slash at them, but other than that, this is a really easy fight if you use that weapon.
Damn.
Ryan is
Well-
being stubborn, so...
Well, it
I-
looks like this part, at the very least, looks like a fun enough fight to do on your own.
If you could do double fight, you can do this.
Yeah, like, this
Yeah.
looks honestly more varied than any double fight because she has other moves than just...
Well, it's still inherently a double fight.
Yeah, but she has other moves than just, like, spawning these things at you, and they come at a much more recognizable pattern.
And you have way more room to move.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh god, there's a specific boss I always think of whenever I think of that specific pattern, like the running around in a circle, but I can't name it off the top of my head.
This reminds me about...
Is that the
Morph
Unreal
X, too.
Engine logo in her mouth?
What?
In her
What?
mouth, is that the Unreal Engine logo?
I can't see it.
When she was
I
opening
think it's
her...
just. I think it's her core, very similar to Beck's.
What was her core?
Yeah, but it
But
looks like the
but
Unreal
if
Engine.
it has the Unreal Engine, I would laugh.
Hold on, I need to look it up again. I need to Oh no, never mind. It's red and it's got a white thing in the middle, but it's a U on the Unreal Engine logo. But I mean, it would be a perfect metaphor for the game if it was.
Trinity runs on Unreal Engine technology, and it's gone amok.
It's absorbing it, which is why the game doesn't function properly.
Yeah. The frame rate, Beck. Think of the frame rate.
I'm assuming there's a second form to this.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, they're not it's a dead giveaway because there's no unique music.
And that's first
Yeah,
phase.
I'll give you kudos. Usually, everyone uses the special weapons, but it is sort of refreshing just watching a Buster only run of that. And it honestly doesn't look that much harder. So
That looked
No,
like...
it's just knowing how the pattern works.
Honestly, that looked better than any of the Mighty fights, so... And, okay, that's just kind of random. Like, I don't see the connection between...
Its animation is stiff as hell.
Oh, yeah, no, it's almost as bad.
holy shit, that's in game.
Yeah.
It's
It didn't do that the last time I saw this boss.
I don't remember it
think.
being that jittery.
It's probably
Well, maybe
a
it's
Wii U
the Wii
thing.
U version. Yeah.
She's struggling with what she
I mean, it is sort of effective as a.
How to control
If this is like a horror-themed
You
boss.
can do it, Trinity.
Yeah, if it was supposed to look this way, then sure, but this is a graphical hiccup.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
wow.
like
I do
whenever
not
the
remember it
camera
being this jittery
zooms
at
in
all.
on this boss, it goes haywire.
Yeah, the game can't handle it. Like, it's trying to move more freely now, and yeah. Okay, so I've heard a lot of BS things about the final boss of this game. Is it true or?
It's pretty hard.
There's one thing about this boss I do not like.
What I do is I freeze him so it moves slower on this part, so I get more shots in.
This boss does not immediately die when its health is at 0.
Yeah.
Watch out, he's up to something.
Ted, if it had a final desperation attack, I would be okay with that. But it's clearly not designed that way.
It just sort of hangs around.
What happens is that when you drain its health, it will disappear, and then it will respawn in the center of the platform to do its dying animation. Like, it's something like that, but its hitbox is still considered active when it does that. So you could die when the boss dies.
What?
Which I think is horseshit. That's Kaizo traps. I fucking hate Kaizo traps.
That's happened to me a number of times in Mega Man, but again, in Mega Man, like against Robot Masters, but Robot Master fights are like 30 seconds long, and this is like
when
a
you
good
lay the
10
final
minutes.
hit in a Wily machine, it blows
God.
up.
Wait,
then
what?
it's-
Is
Oh,
that,
jeez.
that was a video hiccup.
Yeah, that was a video hiccup.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Mighty Number 9 was doing shit like that, oh, it'd be unplayable.
Well,
But, you know-
it did shit like that when Jared was playing it, so yeah.
Ah, okay. But, back to my original point. Wily machines, when you kill them, when you drain all of their health, they blow up then and there, that's the end of the fight. This thing doesn't do that, and it pisses me off.
I heard that there was like instant death moves that it could do as well.
I don't know what its instant death attack is supposed to be. Because this right here is like the first half of the fight where it just attempts to ram you. You can shoot the segments easily. That's all she wrote. And then in the second phase, which we're about to see right now, she'll
It
start
just-
shooting.
I loved how it just decided to have enough damage to be absorbable.
Absorbable there.
Yeah, once it went into the wall. That's pretty.
There are other ways to damage it during this fight, but I just like to lob a ice shot in and just do chip damage.
You're taking the very methodical approach.
Yeah.
Hey, it ensures he doesn't get hit, which is the most
It
important.
ensures that he survives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me
This
guess.
spiral shot right here, I mean, this is pretty easy to avoid, I think.
Let me guess. If you die here, you have to do the first part all over again.
Yes.
Yup.
Ugh.
You're just waiting for the breaks and then you dash in between the gaps. It's a
Yep.
pretty easy thing to avoid.
Now, once you know it's coming, it's not that bad.
Yeah. But that's another thing that pisses me off. You saw right there before it rose from the floor how there was particles in the floor giving you a warning. That it's about to show up, so you should probably move the fuck out of the way. When you kill it, I don't think it does that.
I don't think so either.
And
We'll see, because it's almost
I
done.
want us to pay attention to that
Ah,
because
goddammit.
like right there, like it does that right there with no warning.
And I mean, generally speaking, once you're generally going to try to hang out in the middle of the room because then you'll have theoretically the most time to react to anything.
Yeah,
that's
you're
coming.
trained to do that because this boss approaches you from the left or right. When it gets ready to do the dash attack, it's always from the left or right. So you hang in the center to get your bearings.
That's what you do, not just for this boss. I'd say for almost every video game boss. There's exceptions aplenty, but generally speaking, you have the most room to work with in the middle of the room.
Honestly, I also think you're just psychologically inclined to hang in the center of the stage.
So you have more time to avoid whichever direction it's coming from.
Well, that, and you just feel, I don't know, like, to me, the center of the stage is my safe zone, I think.
Yeah, in this kind of game, I should say, if it's like if the boss were like always staying on the right side of the screen, like some Mega Man bosses, you'd want to hang more to the left, obviously. But this boss moves all over the place, so the center is really where you want to hang out.
But I was saying, the seismic weapon sort of breaks this fight. Because it's possible to clip inside the core of Trinity with the fight. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. Most likely it wasn't intentional. But you can clip inside the body, and you can pretty much wipe hack for health in about 5 seconds. But that's if you manage to clip inside the body.
What does his weapon do again?
Seismic?
Yeah.
You
Rolls on the ground.
You'd roll on the ground. You dash, pretty much. And you hurt whatever you run into.
Cool.
Not really.
It has very limited utility. Again, best weapons in this game to me are Cryo, Brand, and Bats.
Does Trinity have a weakness?
Not that I know of.
Bats weapon.
Bat's weapon. Well,
Yeah.
it just seems like that one does a lot of. I mean, it makes sense for the military robot to have the most damage, but like, I don't know. Okay.
See this shit right
Oh,
here.
come on.
Yeah,
It's not dead.
the
Not
when you
dead.
kill it, the attack that it's doing continues.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why I use the E-Tank, just to be sure.
And that right there where she spawns in the middle hurts you. You can know how to avoid it in future playthroughs, that's true. but you have no idea it's going to do that in the first time.
It doesn't
And
even it doesn't even look intentional. Like, it's not a attack. It's just weird programming.
It's something that can easily be fixed. As soon as the health drains, fade to white, cutscene.
Well,
Let it
no,
die.
you have to. It's because you have to dash into it in order to kill the boss.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you got the she glows purple, you dash into it, and as you're dashing into it, like this game does with every other boss fight, you fade to white and you have Bechtel to snap out of it. It doesn't do that in this case. The only time in the game it doesn't do this. And it fucks with you. I hate that shit.
Your true form.
I think it's because they dropped that special orb which they
I mean,
want you to dash
did it,
into,
Trinity.
which is just unnecessary to
We
me.
did it.
Yeah, get that in a cutscene. Who cares if you get it in real time?
Excellent. You have surpassed even my greatest expectations.
Okay, yeah, he's
Shut
becoming
up, Will.
evil in the second game. I'm calling it right
All
now.
cells in the area are no longer under Trinity's control. They are destabilizing.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Whatever, I'm not in there.
Although I may die, my corpse will be the shiniest corpse that has ever existed.
Numbers. Rescue Beck and Trinity.
Why do they need all of them? All they need... The fuck? I really
I
need to
honestly
watch
wish I had some.
You need to watch Ozymandias, dude. It's
What is this playthrough becoming?
a meme. It's a meme.
And that's Spidey number 9.
So wait, that's it?
Wait.
There's no extra
Yep.
cutscene or anything?
1, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
This right here was a call design that
Yeah.
was ultimately would be unused because everyone wanted the that kind of bothers
roll.
me. Like the call
They-
design that everyone picked was the one closest to roll, and I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Uh,
like the art, though the art looks nice. So I would have honestly preferred story cutscenes like this, like
Yeah.
throughout the entire thing. If they were gonna draw them all individually, that would have been.
Well, yeah, if they're going to be still and static,
Oh god, like it's just
no.
Trinity was brought under control when she
it's
absorbed
just-
Beck's empathy and
that
carried
ending was
his
unsatisfying.
heart.
There was no real
This
resolution.
synthetic heart routine makes it possible for robots to evolve ethically.
Oh man, he
Grow
looks stoned as shit.
responsibly. Just wait. This will
Father.
revolutionize the science of
I'm
robotics
Why?
Son, have you come to me high
of
again?
all mankind.
What? No.
You got lucky, that's all. And cleaning up your own mess doesn't make you a visionary. Besides, who can guarantee
You see, I don't get
behavior of
evil from
robots
Blackwell. I just get a
after their
stern,
own devices,
you know.
evolving on
Well,
their
Will
own.
whines that, oh, Blackwell
He's a-
only saw the dangers, he never saw the potential, except Blackwell was totally fucking right, Will.
I remain unconvinced, Bill.
Yeah, this is kind of.
Don't call me that. My name is William.
Daddy never loved me.
Daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy
I'll show
issues.
you and everyone else who doubted me.
See, he's totally gonna be
That's
evil.
a villain line.
The game's frame rate was running low even during that goddamn cutscene.
Tell if this mighty number 9, this Beck, is a blessing
Okay.
or a curse.
Wow.
Or it's or it didn't even finish.
Damn it, Ryan! Oh god, so
It cut him off. It wasn't sure if it was a blessing or a curse. It cut him off at curse. He's a
no,
blessing
we
or
can't
a
talk about
cur.
curse. That's not appropriate for the
Well, he
children.
didn't even say curse. He cut him off at curse. He only said cur.
Yeah, is he a cur?
he
a
a cur?
dastardly villain.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. Never have to touch this game again.
Oh, thank Christ.
I'm glad we've got that out of the way because god damn was this mediocre.
Yeah, the next Kickstarter game we'll do will be way better than that, I promise.
Like it's not even horrible. Like you could laugh at horrible. It's just middling.
It could have been. The frustrating thing for me is that it could have easily been not just a good game, but an amazing game. Like the dash mechanics good, the game controls fine. I like the ideas that they had with the mighty numbers and the interacting with the stages. It's just better technical performance and good level design could have made this amazing. The pieces are all there. It falls apart, and that's infuriating to me. So
Yeah.
Again, I think it's a perfectly playable game, but that's all it is. It's just perfectly playable. If you were expecting more from your investment as a Kickstarter project, you're going to be disappointed in that regard. But if you were just looking for a standard Mega Man fix, I think the game's fine.
I don't know.
It functionally works. It's just one of those. Honestly, aside from maybe Mega Man and Base, I would probably play every other classic Mega Man game before this.
Yeah, it's if people have waited so long for the return of Mega Man, and this does not seem worth it. Like, you're better off playing an older game again than going out of your way to buy this, as far as I can tell. And from what I've played myself.
And
It's
again, if you're
kinda-
going to get it on the PC.
It's kind of just a more functional Sonic 4.
Kind of, yeah.
Get it on the PC if you haven't gotten it yet. If you have any interest in this, get it on the PC. Avoid the Wii U version like the plague. And
As I showed.
as the reason we show, it doesn't come with all those memes, for the record.
No, you're just you have to make your own fun.
You have to make your make your own fun. Make a sandwich, a mighty sandwich. 9 different ingredients.
Bread,
More bread.
and
I'm not
lettuce.
stopping until I hear Lewis yawn.
Still no pickles.